Welcome back everyone, I'm the Depressed Eeyore and this is Dragon Warrior 3. So, leveled up a few times, well not that many times, maybe like one or two at most. But what I tried to farm was some of the rare drops. I got one of them, and that is the Mystic Bikini. So, or sorry, Magic Bikini. So the Magic Bikini is less of a joke item in this game. I do recall when I had the original Dragon Warrior 3 for Nintendo, the item list that showed the Magic Bikini in it, and its stats were always question marks for some reason. Also, I don't remember, but I think it had a misprint on where you're supposed to get it. But where they drop from is it's a rare drop from King Merzons, which you can fight anywhere in the water in the Dark World. Anyway, stat-wise, it has, I think, 40 defense. It's the same defense as Magic Armor. And it also has the added effect where it changes your sprite into this other female sprite. Only female characters can equip it. Any female character of any class can equip it. So it's essentially the best armor for a fighter, a goof-off, and a merchant, because those three classes can't wear magic armor. So, yeah, not too shabby. I tried to go for the Thor sword, which I think you can get by farming the trolls that are in that anti-magic cave, but I didn't have much luck there, and I got kind of bored. And yeah, so like I said, anywhere in the water here, you can fight King Merzons. Originally, I was going to try to get that sooner, like the moment I got to the Dark World. The problem was the squid enemies here are actually rather tough. I think originally I said the squid enemies had 2 attacks each. I'm pretty sure some of them sometimes do 3 attacks, and encountering 3 of them at a time, they can quickly wreck your party with physical attacks. Good news is, defeat and beat work rather well against them, so casting defeat will usually wipe out the entire group for you. Anyway, let's go head to some places. Let's go to Cole first. And we're gonna go south from here. We never really bothered to take a look at the cave down here. I'm pretty sure it has nothing, but I'm gonna go ahead and take a look anyway. Surprisingly enough, Surround doesn't seem to work as often anymore, which is something I did not ever expect. Let's go ahead and do Step Guard. There we go. We're digging a tunnel. Dig, dig, keep on digging. Dig, dig, and dig again. Look around. Dig quickly. I want to get to Rimildar. Heave-ho, heave-ho, heave-ho. The layout of the dungeon is actually pretty accurate. You generally go down this path in Dragon Warrior 1 to get to the other side so you can get to Rimildar. But if you happen to go down this way and reach about here, you'll run into a dragon. And then here there will be a locked door and a princess. Alright. Generally, fighting the Green Dragon was kind of like your first major boss battle. It wasn't fun. Alright, next we're gonna go ahead and cast Return, and let's go to Rimildar. That. Let's see if I can see if this will actually do anything. Feet on the Goopies. Not bad. I usually don't spam spells like defeat, but it's working too bad. It's working rather well, so I definitely have no complaints. Also, let's take a look stat-wise. Kokuma's right now at 139 attack power versus Orin's 167. So they're about even now. And despite the fact Orin's supposed to level up faster than everyone, it just doesn't really compare. Come on. Well, there goes Kasen. Kokuma, if you will. Cast the revive spell. Thank you. Sheesh. Surprisingly enough, the encounter rate in the water is actually a lot less. I know this because I ran entire laps around the freaking world trying to get encounters to get the magic bikini. Anyway, here's where we need to be. Bomb Crags. Bomb Crag assessing the situation. They'll eventually cast, I think, Sacrifice or something like that. Anyway, if you go down here, this is a Shrine of Honor. Welcome, welcome. Now is the time that sunshine and rain do meet. I give unto thee this rainbow drop. So, yep, we turned in everything except for the Sacred Amulet, and we now have the rainbow drop. Alright, good stuff. Let's go ahead and cast Return. Go back to Rimuldar. We'll rest at Rimuldar. Oh, I did buy a Falcon Sword, by the way. I don't know if I'm going to use it or not, but I may be doing some silly things before the end of the game, because why not? Go. What you can do here is go all the way to here. And very much like in Dragon Warrior 1, you do the exact same thing. You make the bridge again. Now we can cross. Look at those stat increases. 1, 1, 1, 3. She gets more luck and intelligence, which is actually not great in so many ways, which I'll explain probably a bit later in this video, probably towards the end. Because there's a lot of issues with the merchant class. It's not just their effectiveness in combat, unfortunately. . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . Green dragons! These are the exact green dragons from Dragon Warrior 1. I think they were in Dragon Warrior 2 as well. They have standard dragon things like breath attacks and all that good stuff. Look like they only attack once. And here we are. Nothing. Like I said, I have zero luck against freaking Metal Babbles in this. I'm pretty sure everything here is a red herring, but I'm gonna go ahead and go through it anyway. Just to kind of show what's different. Troll Kings do know the spell Limbo, by the way, which is super annoying if you get hit by it. Did I seriously just... Oh, I went to the top, didn't I? Oh, I'm on the opposite side now. Hello, Voodoo Warlock. Heal us all. We're not gonna get through the dungeon this video. I don't intend to anyway. Anyway, I'm pretty sure all this is... Whoa, that hurts. I'm just showing side paths at this point that probably don't lead anywhere. If you recall, there was a prisoner that we talked to that mentioned that there's a secret staircase behind the throne, which we haven't gotten to yet. There's that Limbo spell. Alright, and here's this spot. Yep, endless loop. Alright. So we're here now. Get healed up. No, I can come here for this side. Well, that's good to know. And it ran away. We did like 3 damage to it and it ran away. I don't know, in Dragon Warrior 4 I seem to have a lot easier time dealing with these things. I mean, I do have the Bee Dragon spell, but they don't seem to hang around long enough to even matter. Oh, we got trapped here. So yeah, both sides. So what you're supposed to do is walk all the way back down. Then all the way back up. There you go. From out of nowhere, ominous voices are heard. We are the guards of the Archfiend's chamber. To enter, you'll have to defeat us first. And so you have to fight Granite Titans 2 at a time. Which of course they can attack twice. Which is pretty... That removed 2 of them. Here's 2 more. And here's the last 2. And that removes all of that. Go ahead and cast Heal All on Auron again. And here's the throne area. Besides the fact that this area is a lot bigger than it was in Dragon Warrior 1, the idea is still the same. You need to find some stairs. There it is. That'll take us to here. If you keep heading down, you'll end up in here. All these guys attack twice. And Kokuma leveled. I do need to check to see if she has any other spells she can learn. I'm pretty sure she can learn Sacrifice. So that might be something I need to grind for. Go. Trogons. I'm still alive, and we pulled it off. It is. I think it's cheaper to actually cast 4 heal alls than it costs to cast 1 heal us alls. Alright, and now we gotta deal with this nonsense. There, what's over there? Alright, let's go this way first. I feel like I need to go the other way just to see if there are any items. Yeah, that's the feeling I'm getting. Alright, let's try this way real quick. Nothing. I don't even rotate the controller anymore. Alright. You. Oh wow, 1 shot. Nice job. So now I leveled up. Awesome. additional agility points. I don't know where I'm going. It's over here. Besides an Archmage. No heal more, which is a bit annoying because I can act twice. Nothing to note here. More Sordoids. Oh my god, they go first. Come on. Oh wow, they had no defeat. That's not fun. Nobody likes that. Alright, Kokuma heal all on Kasen. Oh, I forgot to mention, the Mysterious Hat, what it does is it reduces the MP cost for spells by like 20%. So it's completely worthless to have on Auron. Hello, progress. I'm actually running out of MP. Alright, here you go, Kasen. Auron leveled up, 1 strength, 1 agility, 1 vitality, 1 luck, 2 intelligence. So out of all the stats that got more than 1 point were not only useless but detrimental. So good stuff for us. Alright. I'm actually running out of MP, so one way or the other I'm going to have to retreat for a bit and probably level up a bit. But I'm also going to do some stuff that will make me grind even more, but like I said, I'm saving that for later. Alright, so heal all on Kokuma. Look, a hero is fighting a monster alone. 1 Ortega and 1 King Hydra appear. So yeah, we're not actually participating in the fight. King Hydra can attack twice. Ortega's about the same strength as, I guess you can say, Kasen at this point. At least he knows heal all. For most. Thanks for not teaching me that spell, Dad. Oh my god, you cast sleep? Why would you do that to yourself? You're supposed to be some great hero. You should know that sleep doesn't work on anything. And Ortega has been defeated. It's all over for me. Oh, traveler, please hear my dying words. I am Ortega of Eliahan. If you happen to go to Eliahan in your travels, please visit Sine and tell of what transpired here. Ask her to forgive her father who could not bring peace to this world. So, yeah. Not only did our father just die before our eyes, he didn't even recognize us. So, yay for that. Alright, let's cast Heal All on Sine. I mean, I don't know why we can't cast the Revive spell, but, you know, whatever. I don't believe there's anything down here. There is not. Awesome, leveled up. 7 strength, 10 agility. Good job. Definitely getting up there. Don't believe there's anything in here. There's not. But in there is something important. These are pretty much the only treasures that are in here. And some of them are mimics. Leaf of the World Tree. Thank you. We can go. I think we can go and pick another one up. If not, whatever. Alright, Stone of Life, so we got a spare one now. That's good. Well, we have one now. Hey, we found a Leaf of the World Tree. How convenient. I'll make up for the one we just used. And the Sage's Stone. If you watched my Dragon Warrior 4 playthrough, you know what this does. For those who didn't, shame on you. So the Sage's Stone is a usable item that will always cast the Heal Us spell. So I could give it to Auron, and she'll have something to do in combat. And we have our third Wizard Ring. And then this last one's probably a Mimic. Yep. There we go, much better. Alright. Now the question is can I cast outside here? Yes, I can. Alright. I think, well, let's first see if we, let's go to Tantagale Castle. Hey guys, your hero died. Just letting you guys know, your hero died. By the way, everyone, your hero died. 126,000 to gain a level. Yeah. As you can see, it takes quite a bit to level now. Even if you get 3,000 experience per battle. Yep, Ortega is not returning. Just wanted to let you know, FYI. Let's return to Eliahan. Hey. Hey, Mom! Hey, Mom, Dad's dead. Yeah, okay. You're not even an inn anymore, that's so bad. You're now not helpful to me. Alright, well, let's go to Dama. Because I like wasting time. I've been to this inn in forever. Hey, what's up? Let's rest here. Alright. So, at this point we are at the end of the game. All I have to do is go a little bit further in that dungeon, and I'll reach the final trek, which is going to be a lot of boss fights, and then a final boss fight and stuff. So with that, let's see what we got. First things first, let's open this door. Alright. So, here are our levels. We have a hero, which we can't do anything about a hero. We have a fighter, a sage, and a merchant. The fighter and merchant we've had through the entire game, at least in this playthrough. Kokuma was a goof-off and transformed into a sage when she capped her luck. So, Gosson's looking like this. Got 240 attack power, nearly capped out in strength and agility, reasonably good health. Her defense power is a bit better, because, well, her defense power was like 110 around that area, before I gave her the magic bikini. With the magic bikini it's a little bit better, but you can't really get much higher than that, because she can't equip armor. She can't equip a helmet, she can't equip, well, she can equip one helmet, but it's cursed. She can't equip any shields. So she pretty much has to heavily rely on either evasion, which you can do with Cloak of Evasion, or you rely on just her raw hit points. Attack-wise, she's using only an Iron Claw, which is the second strongest weapon she can equip. It's either she uses her fist, an Iron Claw, or the Gold Claw. And the Gold Claw, of course, is cursed to like triple your, like quadruples your encounter rate. So it's not exactly something viable to run around with, unfortunately. With the Golden Claw, she would probably be close to where Sune is attack power-wise. Of course, just for reference, Sune is equipped with all the legendary items, so her defense power is double what Gosson's is. In the case of Kokuma, her stats are relatively average. Her luck is rather high because she started with high luck. HP and MP is not too shabby. I mean, 185 MP when she started with 0 is not too shabby. Attack and her defense power is the same as Kosson. I mean, she is a bit limited on her gear as well. The reason Kosson's is a little bit better is because of her extremely high agility. And of course the main benefit is, of course, she now knows just about every spell in the game except for 2 I'm missing. I'll have to look up what those are. I think it's Chance and Sacrifice is what she's missing. Anyway, gear-wise, she's equipped with, she's equipped with the Iron Helmet, which is the best helmet, Magic Armor, which is the best armor, well, tied with the Magic Bikini, best shield, and equipped with the Zombie Slasher, which is the best weapon. So, she kind of has that same issue where even though she kind of is like a mix of like all the classes, her gear kind of gets her to lag behind. She also levels the slowest, so that's also an issue. And now we get to Auron, who I decided to bring along as a merchant from start to finish. You guys didn't get to see it exactly from start to finish, because obviously I'm playing on the patched version and all that stuff. But here are her stats. So yeah, Vitality tended to be rather high throughout the game. She even had like the most HP for a little while, simply because she just leveled so quickly. But that high leveling rate kind of just tapers off rather quickly once you get to around the 30s and 40s, especially in the 40s. And at that point, those fast leveling you don't really notice, and when she levels up, she barely gets anything. And I mean, as you can see right now, her defense power. Now, granted, her defense power is a bit abysmal because she's wearing the animal suit, but even with the best armor she can equip right now, besides the Magic Bikini, is the Half-Plate Mail, which you get Half-Plate Mail in like the 3rd city that you go to. And at that point, you pretty much have capped out her gear. She's already equipped with the best shield. The best helmet she can wear, besides the mysterious hat, is the turban, which you get in the very first village you go to. And weapon-wise, she gets the Zombie Slasher. So, you know, early to mid-game, she does reasonably well. She kept up with Sune rather well. I mean, both of them had the exact same gear around that time. She kept up rather well, but the limitations on her gear and the fact her stat leveling goes just down the drain after like about level 30 or so, makes her really far behind. And the only benefit she has as a merchant is she can you know, appraise items, which is completely worthless, because if you bought the physical copy, which I'm in reference to you, but if you bought the physical copy, you would have something a resource already that will tell you everything you need to know about every item in the game, with the exception of the magic bikini. So it's not helpful. You don't need appraisal, especially on an emulator. You don't need it either, because obviously you have the internet, which, you know, Dragon's Den's a thing. So, and the only other ability that the merchant has is there's a chance that she can get a small bit of extra gold every combat, which, I mean, it helps a little bit with grinding, but you don't really need it. And at this point I'm maxed out on money, so it's practically worthless. In the Dragon Warrior 3 Advanced, or Dragon Quest 3 Advanced, whatever you used to call it, they did change the merchant a little bit. They gave her one spell, which allows her to summon like a random merchant. It'll be like either a tool shop, a weapon shop, or an inn. Kind of similar to what Talon sometime got as a random encounter in Chapter 3. Now the spell is practically worthless, but what it did do is it allowed the merchant to actually gain MP as they level up. As you might notice, their intelligent gain is, you know, it's not fantastic, but it's definitely not, you know, the level of like a soldier or a fighter, which is the biggest issue. Because let's talk about stats. So we already kind of discussed about strength and agility. Like, you probably noticed I've been throwing away vitality and intelligence seeds. I've explained this before, but I'll explain it again. Vitality and intelligence by themselves don't do anything. The only thing that matters about vitality and intelligence is whenever it increases. Every time it increases, that influences how much HP and MP you get for that level up. So it's not like in Dungeons and Dragons, where if you have a high constitution, you get like additional HP every time you level up. That's not how it works in this game. The benefit of vitality and intelligence is if you get a large boost of it during a level up, you get a large boost of HP for that level up and that level up only. So the problem is, because the merchant actually gets a slightly better intelligence gain than fighters and soldiers, they're actually worse off if they change into a spellcasting class, because their intelligence will be higher than normal, which means they don't get even less MP overall. Like, for example, when I switched Koukuma over to a Sage, for the first few level ups, she didn't actually gain any MP, because she wasn't gaining really much of any intelligence, because her intelligence wasn't high, it was like 18, but that was still high enough to be above the cap, above the threshold at level 2 and 3. But in the case of Auron, if I were to class change her now, she would have a intelligence of 39, which doesn't sound like much, but it's enough to prevent her from gaining MP for multiple levels. Which means even though she's learning spells and all that good stuff, she will not be able to do much else. Intelligence does influence when you can learn spells in some cases, but overall that's not really an issue. It's a non-issue. Once you level up enough, you'll learn the spell eventually. But yeah, so she starts with average stats, and then it kind of just goes from average to worse the more and more you level her. I mean, I can try to level her up more, but you've seen her level ups on screen, and I can tell you off screen it's practically the same. She gets 1 strength, 1 agility, 1 vitality, 3 int, and like anywhere from 1 to 4 luck, which, you know, doesn't really do much for anyone. Yeah, so I think I've seen just about everything that the merchant can do, and because of her intelligence, she wouldn't really be a fantastic sage. She wouldn't really be a fantastic pilgrim or wizard, not that I would really want one of those. So really the only options for her, if I were to class change her, is to make her into either a fighter or a soldier, and in both cases, I mean, she wouldn't be harmed by it. Like, there would be no detriment as far as class changing to them. It's just she wouldn't be a merchant anymore. If she switches to a soldier, she can equip a lot better gear. She would have a bit of a stat increase, maybe slightly higher agility for the start, and eventually that will taper off. And then for, obviously she'll have high intelligence, which won't really do anything. Luck won't really matter for her, but yeah. As for vitality, it would be sliced in half, but that won't really hurt her because her HP will be halved as well. So, if I were to class change her, really the only viable options would be fighter and soldier, and really that's just gonna... It won't really do that much, to be honest. Like, she would be just fine as those classes, but it wouldn't really be much different from saying if I made a new character and had them start as a soldier or a fighter, in which case they would not have these bloated stats of intelligence laying around. But with that being said, I'm still going to class change her, probably. I'm either going to make her into a fighter or a soldier. I haven't decided which, because I, want to mess around. In the case of Kasen, I might see if I can level her up a couple more times just to see where her stats end up. And then after that, I'll probably change her to a sage and see if I can use the Falcon Sword on her. Because she can use if she's a sage, she can use the Falcon Sword. She'll start out with like 100 plus strength and agility, which is pretty good for a sage. Just to give a little bit of a reference, this is where Kokuma's strength is right now. So she would actually have higher strength than Kokuma and almost as much agility. So yeah, as far as I can tell, fighters actually make really, really good sages because they become very, very fast and have decent attack and, have a lot of HP on top of that. If I were to do it right now, it would, she would have 160 HP at level 1, which is pretty impressive. She does have 40 intelligence, which will drop down to 20, so for the first few level ups she wouldn't get any MP. That's not really a big issue. As you can tell, Kokuma has 185 MP right now, which is not too shabby. As for Kokuma, I've already done a class change on, but I kind of want to see about changing her into either a fighter or a soldier, in which case she would be kind of like an arcane martial artist, or like a paladin, or some sort of spell sword. I haven't really decided yet. I need to, for one thing, I want to make sure she learns all the spells first. But one thing to consider is if I change her from, a spellcasting class to a non-spellcasting class, what will happen is her MP will be halved. So her MP right now is 185, it would end up becoming 92 at this point. So she'll have 92 MP, she will never gain MP again, but she'll still already know all the spells she knows, and she can start, equipping other gear, and, or, just becoming an overall killing machine with, claws or whatever, depending on what class I change her to. So, that's probably going to be the final thing I do, is I want to do one more class change. I'll change out the party a little bit, just to kind of change things up a little bit, and then maybe do a bit of grinding and see if I can get the Thor sword. I think that's the only rare drop I didn't get, among maybe one other thing. But yeah, in either case, whatever party I do end up having, I will take it to the very end for the next video, where we go and fight the bosses and all that good stuff. For the most part, we should be okay. Sune is pretty much fine by herself at this point. But yeah, I am the Depressed Hero. This was Dragon Warrior 3. I'll see you guys later.